Right,
Okay, let's do that, even though it's recording right fucking now. Okay.
All right, start it over. Start a new voice.
Set, go. What's that sound? Who's that sound? Is that Daddy-O Patio? Daddy-O Patio?
Daddy-O Patio.
Daddy-O Patio?
Daddy-O Patio.
Daddy-O Patio? Daddy-O Patio? Daddy-O at your patio.
Alright. So,
Tonight's topic is drunken stories.
And now loop Lance going
Right fucking now.
Like 4 times right there.
Right fucking now.
Dude, okay, so first thing is, we gotta welcome back Lance. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
coming
Lance.
back.
It's good to be
job.
back.
Yeah, good
It's good to be
job.
back.
Thanks for abandoning us.
I did not.
and
I
everything
told
care
you.
about.
I told you before. I said I'd be gone for a couple weeks. I had to get some.
I didn't even notice you were
shot.
gone. I lived
We
with
were
you.
lost. We tried to get 2 women to replace you.
Hey, 2 women aren't going to replace me, man.
Then
Not
Brian,
ever.
and then your other usurper, Brian Fingerhead, is here
Yeah.
too, as a guest.
Mr. Fingered is back.
I made it back.
Yeah,
I made the
can
cut.
look at, you can look your replacement in the eyes. Look at him.
You son of a.
You still don't get a jersey though. Figurehead, I'm sorry.
Hey guys, speaking of drunk stories, I'm drinking 2 beers right now, so that's pretty pathetic.
Two different beers.
We're all drinking beer right now because the topic's drunk stories.
I'm in my
We do it every time.
pajamas.
We want.
I'm in my
say what we're
pajamas and my
drinking.
old work shirt, drinking 2 beers. So I'm not doing well.
Okay, so I guess how are we going to start this? You guys want to start telling some stories you
I
got
think
now?
you
or-
already have a story in mind that you would like to share.
It's a long story though, and if we got people calling,
Go ahead, man.
We
If
can
you're
do
ready,
segments.
go ahead.
We'll do
We have an hour.
If somebody
to
calls
fill.
in, you can just be like,
No, someone calls in.
stay
I'll
tuned in
away.
5 minutes when we
All right.
conclude
All
our
right.
story.
Alright, guys, nobody will call in because I didn't post the thing yet, so I guess I'll post it right now.
Oh, I already voted up.
Okay, I'm posting one right now.
All right, there you go.
all right, so
Lance, go ahead though.
Put some ominous music here behind
Yeah.
it.
you got to play like wind blowing around and stuff,
Oh,
and
that's
like
good.
trees rustling. It was a dark night.
You gotta do that.
Okay, so I was in Chicago for my friend's 21st birthday, and one of the nights, like we all got super drunk, but I was super drunk, and
Super drunk.
duper drunk, and I got separated from them, and freaking, I went on an adventure of hell for 8 or 9 hours through the city by myself. I was drunk out of my mind, just roaming the streets in my snow leopard T-shirt. Dude, I looked like totally homeless, so that's why my life remains intact. But
Yeah, like those people that you interacted with, like thought you were on the level with them.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
Like,
I hung out with like 30 bums at the train station. Okay, so I meet this first bum. And his name's Barry. His name's Barry the Bum. He's like a Disney character.
His last name's the Bum.
I'll never forget Barry the,
The
Bum,
Bum.
ever.
Is that
But yeah.
what says that?
I probably should have said this. I'm like super lost, and like I don't have a cell phone on me. Never ever go into another unfamiliar city without a cell phone.
That's advice from Lance.
That's advice from Lance.
Where were you last
there
week?
you go. Yeah.
Last week I was in Orlando. That's another story. But no, freaking yeah. So I'm roaming the streets without a cell phone and with no. I cannot remember where the hell the duplex we were staying at is. Like it's right. I know it's right by Wrigley Field, but I could not figure out where it was for the life of me. And so I asked Barry the Bum. I'm like, hey man, can you help me? Like I didn't know where it was, and I'm asking this guy for like directions to a place I have no idea where it is. So I'm like, so we're just walking for like hours through the alleys, and he's like not helping me at all because like I'm not giving him any helpful directions. I'm like, yeah, it might be over there, or it might be over there. I really don't know where the hell we're going. I don't even know where the hell I'm at, or what my name is. And like, dude, like it was just insane. And yeah, he just mumbling the whole time about I can't remember a sentence he said, but we just like kept walking and stuff. And he took me to the train station, and like during the day, the train station was just like full of people just getting on and off trains and stuff. But at night, dude, it's like the party zone for all the bums. all the bums are so lively. Like those people that lay in slumps of shit all day, they're dancing in their new shoes, tiptoeing around. Dude, they're seriously crazy, man. They were like, it was awesome. But they don't know how to control like their liquor intake. They're just fucking throwing back like fifths of like whiskey and shit, and like just chugging every beer. There's no sippers there, man. There's no sippers at the Subway. Like everybody is throwing back their drink like full throttle. They don't give a shit. They really don't give a shit. No, they never gave me anything. But one guy did give Barry the Bum. I couldn't. I gotta stop calling him Barry the Bum. That's so evil. Barry Michaels, whatever his last name is. Barry, he's like, one of his friends is like, "Hey Barry, here you go." And I swear, as soon as Barry got the beer in his hand, he didn't thank the guy. He didn't even look him in the eye. He just threw it back immediately, started drinking it, slurping it down in his beard. Like, dude, he drank it so fast. There's no like, it's totally reptilian. There's no gratefulness or anything. They just like are going for their liquid needs at night, and they just like, dude, they're all just like, oh my God, more alcohol. They're like just all crazy, man. But they're cool. But fuck, man, I totally knew I was out of my element, but I just had a blend, and then I was drunk enough to like be in that mindset where I'm just like, well, fucking just.
So wait,
go with it.
didn't one guy like take you down an alley or something?
Oh yeah, I'm getting there. That's actually soon after the bum party. Freaking. So me and
a party? Do they have music?
yeah,
and stuff?
no music, just laughter and
Hooting and hollering?
That's exactly what it is. Beer guzzling and hooting and hollering. Crunchy bags being crunched with the beer inside them because they squeeze all the droplets out of the beer. Dude, it's a festival at night. For those bums,
That's
dude.
like Lollapalooza for bums.
Seriously, man.
That's every night for them.
Every night. Oh, yeah. You see the other side of them. You see them sleeping. Because, dude, they just were up all night having a great time. And now they got to sleep it off.
Yeah.
You're like giving them dollar bills so they can have another party. But, dude, freaking. So, anyway, Barry's taking me. He takes me away from the party area. And, like, we're going down an alley and stuff. And this biker rolls up. And he's like.
Is it a biker or like just a person on a bicycle?
He's on a bicycle, and he has like the, I don't know what you call that, like tight, like bike clothing, spandex and shit, and a helmet and gloves, and
So he looks like a legit biker. Like,
kind of
Professional.
Kind of.
Lance Armstrong, professional.
Let's go.
Yes, somewhere around there.
And say it's Lance Armstrong.
It was Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong
let's
rolls
slander
up.
him right now.
This guy comes up. Lance Armstrong comes up, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Well, this is like the darkest frickin' alley ever. I'm not even like exaggerating. There is no lights anywhere. No, not even white lights out of the corners of my eyes. There's nothing. Just black. Just no white. You know what I mean? Like where you can see a dim. You can kind of see dimly. I couldn't even see dimly. It was just like you get the reflection of her eyes from the moon, and like, dude, freaking. We're walking down this fucking alley, and Lance Armstrong comes up, and he's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" We're like, "I'm trying to find my way back." And he's like, "Hey, I got a GPS on my phone. I can help you." I'm like, "Oh, that's awesome, man. That'd be great." And then, like, I don't know what happened. I was just like, "Barry, I guess it's goodbye." Like, I didn't need Barry anymore. So, and I think he wanted to get back to drinking with his buddies. So I shake his hand, and then he walks off into the freaking darkness. And so it's just me and this biker. And the biker gets off his bike, and he's like walking alongside her. We're walking down this alley and stuff, just kind of talking, and like. I'm kind of trying to have conversations with him. I'm like, "Hey, you watched the Tour de France and stuff?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah. I totally tell he's like dodging all my like questions and stuff. He just totally got one thing on his mind, and you're about to find out." And freaking, so we're like keep going down and stuff, and then we'll keep going, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, can you do me a favor?" I'm like, "Sure. What is it?" He's like, can you whip out your cock? I want to look at it." I'm like, what? I was so thrown off by it, dude. I was, what?
That's like so out of left field. I would have thought like he said something else.
Yeah, like
I
it almost
thought you
like
said, "Show me your cock."
Or
You'd
he
be like,
instantly
"Yeah,
sobers you up.
that's what I said."
Like, you're just like,
Dude, so freaking, here I am in the darkest alley with this guy asking to see my cock in Chicago, and I'm hammered, and I'm wearing a Stowe Leopard shirt. And like, dude.
So he did it.
So I just did it. No. I went with the flow. No. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, man, I'm straight. Like, I'm not gonna pull up my cock. I mean, I'm okay with all you gay folk doing your things and stuff, but I'm straight. I can't do that. And,
well, I think like it's not about gay or straight.
Oh no, that was what I said. Like when it happened, that's not like my mindset or anything. But
no, that's not. I didn't think that. But like the fact that he thought that you were actually just gonna show him your penis out of nowhere, like is
that's
insane.
so out of like the norms
that's, like,
of
an
society.
Unrealistic expectation.
Like
Oh,
a perversion.
I thought you'd never ask. You just put it in My hand was on my zipper the whole time.
Dude,
You
yeah,
came
seriously.
in looking for directions, and he wanted your penis.
Yeah.
Two totally different things.
And
But just to see it.
yeah, and dude, for him to have the freaking gall to
What do
like
you
just
think-
say
what do
it
you
like,
think would have happened if you would have shown your dick to him?
dude, I don't know. I would just, dude, I don't know, man. Freaking, I mean, I could have taken.
You think
the
you
guy.
would have tried to like slurp on it right away?
Slurp on it? Jesus.
The bike crashes to the pavement as he gets on his knees.
Dude, I don't think I would have like let him slurp on my wiener and just stand there or whatever. Like freaking, I don't know. But
What if you showed it to him and he was just like, eh?
Oh, that'd be the worst. That'd be even worse.
so it emasculates you, and you just did something totally gay in like a freaking alley with this guy.
So did he just leave you alone and bike
No,
off
no,
there?
you guys won't let me finish because you guys have all these different perspectives.
I'm sorry, it's just I have questions about this.
So I pulled up my balls instead. No, no, freaking.
A brown item.
I'm like, no, man.
Open wide.
I seriously, I was just like, yeah.
Rise.
I'm like, I'm not gonna do that, man. Like, I really don't. And he's like, oh, okay. And then like, so we, like, I'm walking with him a little bit. And I'm like,
And then you just
I'm like,
kept talking and walking.
no. We're still standing. I'm like, dude, I'm not comfortable like walking around with you anymore. Like, you just asked me to pull up my cock in an alley. And he's like, oh, I understand. And then he like freaking just like rode off on his bike and stuff, and like that was the end of him.
You're the
It
one,
happens all the time.
the one salvation. You had a GPS. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
was he holding that above you?
Dude, in his mind, it was guy trying to find his way home plus GPS equals dick in an alley. That was like in his mind.
I know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's such a ridiculous thought process.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe you realistically expected that to work out that
Do you
way.
think-
Like,
Well,
that's
he knew
insane.
you needed him.
Yeah, do you
so
think
he wanted
he-
something from you?
Yeah, exactly. It was the whole need thing. But
It's like, I can use
But
this guy
you didn't
for
know
his
where you were
video.
going.
Yeah, you didn't know you were going anyway, so the GPS probably wouldn't have helped you at all.
yeah, freaking. That's exactly right.
You would have showed your dick for nothing.
That's the moral of the story. Is like I didn't know where the fuck
Wait,
I was going in the first
Is
place.
there more to this?
There's a lot more stories. Those are the most extreme things
I thought
that
there
happen.
was like a guy giggling behind some trees.
Yeah, there is that guy. Yeah, that was a different guy. Like, I was walking. I was walking like through this, like just walking, and I keep hearing like rustling behind me. I keep turning around. There's a guy like going from tree to tree like a Looney Tunes character, like you know, like zigzagging behind trees and shit.
Plays as he goes.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, what is the fuck is going on here? And I freaking he keeps going on, and like he's like giggling and stuff, and like suddenly I just turn on, I'm like, what the fuck do you want? What the fuck are you doing? And he just like started giggling and he just ran off, just ran backwards down the street. Or he didn't run backwards.
See, that's fucking
He bent
terrifying.
backwards like the Grudge girl and ran down the street.
He ran on all fours.
He
No.
reverse crab walked through
Scorpioned
the
himself.
streets, man.
and just crab walk down the.
There's a lot of other little things that happen. Like I had this taxi driver like take me all around, and I had no idea where I was going. So I made him like it was so fucked up. Yeah,
You remember the night that you got to New York or whatever? We said like you were like, no, I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to drink
Yes.
anything tonight.
yeah.
And like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt? Like,
No, we should cut that off because that was the best parts of the story. So we need to snip
The
off.
best time of Lance's life.
The best time of my life was that moment.
Highlight.
All right, we do have a
Dude,
call.
the night that Lance, what did you say?
We do have a caller.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Oop. All right, caller, you are on Daddio Patio.
Dude, you said hey.
Alright, so a drunk story that ended sort of terribly was, so we all used to have our Fuentes Wednesdays, and
I know what
one
this
night,
is.
obviously, we were all hammered drunk. There was a big group of us all trying to take a giant bathroom picture in the bathroom at the bar, and all of a sudden Andy disappears. Nobody knows where he is. Next thing we know, the damn bar owner's trying to call the fucking cops on us and charge everybody tons of money because someone pissed in the sink of his bar and apparently peed on $800 worth of soggy meat in the sink because the bathroom
Dude,
was
that's what they said that, but that's bullshit because, I mean, I don't really remember it, but I don't remember peeing on a bunch of meat. I think I would remember if I was peeing all over some meat.
There's no way there was thawing meat. That damn sink.
And like,
But
it was
I
like
will
2
admit-
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was late.
Also, Andy, didn't you pee in the kitchen sink though?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the bathroom sink. I went because there were people filled in both the bathrooms taking pictures and stuff, and I was like hammered drunk. And this is like, I think it was right when I got back from London, right? It was like, and everybody was buying me drinks. Like, I drank a bunch of tequila, and I didn't really know what was going on, but there was nowhere to
They were giving
pee.
us like free tequila sunrises all night too.
And I just found the nearest drain and peed in it, and that happened to be in the kitchen at a Mexican restaurant. And I went back there, and I was peeing in the sink, and all of a sudden, some dude, I looked up, and there was, like, a dude right there, and I was so drunk, I thought it was Nick Sidek at first, so I was like laughing while I was peeing in the sink. It was some dude who worked there. It was like
You're just laughing
the
in his
Mexican
face.
owner of this bar, and he like grabbed my arm and he was like telling me to stop peeing and stuff. So and he was like shaking me, so I was peeing all over, like I was peeing all over the tile floor. And
Oh my god! The manager was shaking you.
I know.
Yeah, and we both were slipping.
It was like a karaoke night. He like got on the microphone and was like, "I tolerate a lot of shit, but this is pushing it." Like he was so angry.
man.
Dude,
The cops called me later that night, asked if I knew a Lewis, and that's before I knew Zach's real name was Lewis, because they thought Andy was Lewis, and they charged Zach's debit card for like $500 or $800.
Yeah. They tried to charge Zach $500, but luckily he didn't have $500, so it was declined.
God
so,
damn. Dude, 10
I
bucks.
can't believe I didn't think of this one. But dude, you know what's hilarious about that is like the dude was shaking me around, so my wiener's shaking around. I'm peeing all over the back of this Mexican restaurant, and we were like slipping around in my urine, and I think I fell down in the kitchen in my own pee. And he told me like to leave or whatever, so I just like ran out because I didn't want him to like kick my ass or whatever. But I still had to pee, so I ran around the back. And I was peeing on the dumpster behind there, and he came around and found me, and he was, like, yelling at me in, like, half Spanish. And I was like, dude, you gotta let me come back in. I love your chicken nachos. You gotta let me come back in. And he was, like, saying he was going to call the police and stuff.
Dude.
Which I think he eventually did, but I had left by the time that they got there and stuff. But what sucks is I love Las Fuentes. Like, I didn't mean to, like, disrespect it. Like, I love that place. And I want to be able to go back there and eat chicken nachos, but I haven't been back since. Dude, we had, like, a family dinner there last time I was in town. I had to, like, skip it, and I just had to, like, think of a reason to tell my mom I couldn't go. I didn't want to tell her, like, yeah, I'm eating the sink, and no one is drinking my ass for
We were all drunk, and that was one. I mean, obviously, we get drunk and do stupid shit a lot, but that was, like, a funny one that popped in my head specifically.
I can't believe I didn't think of that.
That one was
I
good,
didn't
too.
think of that.
I was there, and I remember him coming out and be like, "Hello, my name's Alfredo. I appreciate their business." And I was thinking, oh, we're gonna get like free stuff, or like this guy's too happy with us. And he's like, someone pissed in my sink, and you all have to get out. Then I'm like, oh.
When he like changed his demeanor.
It seemed like at first, but I was very drunk, so I could have read it entirely wrong. But in my head, I was like, oh, he's gonna give us free stuff. Immediately checked.
I
No,
don't remember
everyone
him
leave.
ever
I
coming
thought
up.
he was going to be nice about it, and he was just like, that's what I said. He was like, I tolerate a lot of shit, but this is crossing the line. Like, his name is Alfredo, too.
Same
Dude, you
restaurant.
should have freaking gave him a double titty twister and a wedgie in front of everybody. Gave him a swirly.
That's the same restaurant I rubbed nacho cheese on my own stomach and chest.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those
Oh.
Facebook pictures.
Dude, I remember, because, dude, weren't you like miserable for the rest of the, you had cheese all over yourself.
I don't even remember doing it. Here's how drunk I was that I rubbed cheese myself. I came in there the next week, and I was convinced that, like, I saw it from a third person's perspective. I knew that happened, but I didn't know it happened to me. I was like, someone's like, do you remember you rubbed nacho cheese over your stomach? And I was like, oh, no, that was somebody else. And they're like, no, that was you. I'm like, no, I saw that happen. That was somebody else. Like, no, that was you. And then, like, I didn't believe it. I'm like, I swear to you, that's not me. Like, I was, like, willing to bet anything it wasn't me. And they showed me the pictures, and I was like, okay.
You must lost a very big bet there.
Oh, man.
Oh my
Well,
god.
That's a
Emily,
great story.
it's been great talking
Emily,
to you.
thank you. I wouldn't have thought of that. Thank you.
Emily, you got to be on the show. You actually got to come over.
Yeah, get on.
Yeah,
Dance over here.
You're an honorary guest
Get
anytime.
up in the air.
We love you.
But we have another caller.
Yeah,
that
well,
we
thank
gotta-
you. Let me know next time you guys do an episode, and I'll come over if I'm not working.
For sure. For sure, dude. I love you.
All right.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Dude.
All right, we have another caller right away.
Yeah, get the other caller.
Hold on. All right.
Hey, caller. Welcome to Daddio Patio. Tell us your best drunk story.
My best drunk story?
Yes.
Well, this one time I went to this girl's house party, and she was kind of a bigger girl, and she was actually kind of nasty. She was like a 5 on a 1 to 10 scale.
That's not that nasty.
I drank so much PBR and rum that we ended up hooking up in the hot tub, and I was rubbing on her thighs and shit, and it turned out she whispered in my ear this one thing I'll never forget, and it was, I'm on my period. I was so disgusted, I ran out of the hot tub in my drawers, just puked everywhere in the street.
What? Oh my god.
You
Why?
ran out of the hot tub puking.
Okay. Why would she say that?
I think that's the weirdest part of the story.
She was trying to turn him on and like
Wait,
keep going.
excuse me, what did she say?
She whispered, she's like,
She's on her period.
While he was between her thighs.
Excuse me?
In a hot tub.
Thank you.
Dude, there's plenty of water there to just forget about it.
Yeah, but that's what's weird when you're in the hot tub. You're in like how's she blocking that from swirling around in the suds with everything else? You
It
know
might
what
have
I'm
been like Super Jets. Could have been like the white foam on top.
hopefully she had a really good tampon.
Yeah.
Absorbing
You're in a
tampon.
period
Hey,
blood jacuzzi.
I'm glad you exited gracefully by running out of the hot tub and puking.
To be honest, though, a blood jacuzzi is probably the most metal thing I've ever heard.
Oh! Blood jacuzzi.
That's my band's name, man.
Blood jacuzzi.
Blood jacuzzi.
That's pretty badass.
Love it, dude.
Dude, you're
Oh
more
my
badass
God.
than anybody.
Blood jacuzzi.
I mean, people talk about blood baths, but a blood jacuzzi.
Okay.
Those jets.
That's the
You
name.
Okay.
That's the
You
name
get
of
the
the
blood
episode.
whirlpool going.
Okay, hey, before the end of summer, we're getting a shitload of pig's blood,
Oh,
and we're having a blood
No, we're gonna
jacuzzi.
get an endless pool, and it's gonna be filled
Dude, with blood. Yeah, we're swimming in blood by the end of summer.
Let's record an
Fucking
episode
baby.
in a blood jacuzzi. The blood jacuzzi episode.
Dude.
A blood jacuzzi, that's horrible.
Dude, we're all gonna get worms, man. Worms.
Okay, you just inspired the title of the episode. I hope you know, because there's no way we're not calling this episode Blood Jacuzzi.
Blood jacuzzi it is.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
so
much.
That should be the name of the show now.
But,
Yeah, how did we not think of that for the title of the show to begin with? That's
Blood jacuzzi. Oh, God. Fucking
Why is there like
Carlos.
milk coming out of my fucking label?
alright.
Thanks, Taylor.
Dude,
Thank
thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much, Taylor.
Hey,
Oh, it's my social.
yeah,
I wanted
thank
to
you.
give you guys.
Thanks for calling, Daddy.
Love you too, man. Take it easy, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, later.
Dude, that was awesome. We're getting some
Yeah,
good
that's great. That was a good call. I was gonna say, I started talking about when Lance got here. When he flew into town, we went to this sausage place where you can get all kinds of different crazy sausages and stuff, and they'll give you like whiskey shot with like pickle juice or whatever. Called
Dude, you sound like a fucking robot.
Yeah, say that one more
Oh, do
time. You say that one more time, what you got there. Whiskey
God damn it!
Hey,
Yeah,
start
we-
playing some robotic music right now. And LeVar Burton talking about Reading Rainbow within the robotic music.
Well, when PBS took Reading Rainbow off the air in 2009, primarily as a result of No Child Left Behind.
Okay, and our auto-tune is
Reading Rainbow, look, we have spent so much money on the machinery of war in the last 10, 12 years. We are having to make really ridiculous choices. Reading Rainbow, ridiculous.
Right now! Right fucking now!
Everything you say should be in the.
Stephen Hawking voice.
Oh my god.
All right,
We don't have to
we're
talk
getting
Drop
into it.
so many names.
to tell this whole story like with a robot.
No, don't do that.
I won't. but I'll say one sentence in Miss Stephen Hawking voice.
But, okay, yeah, so Lance said he wasn't going to drink, but they had these, like, specials where it was, like, $5 for a beer and a shot. So we kept getting them, and everybody bought around, and we all just ended up getting, like, so ridiculously silly. And I shotgunned, like, 2 beers at the counter in front of the bartender or whatever, and then they, like, wanted us to leave, so we were, like, dancing through the streets of Brooklyn. And then we found this table that, for some reason, Zach wanted, so he dragged it on the train. And then when we got on the train, I did, like, a cannonball through it immediately in front of, like, everybody. Dude, and then Ken's just lit up a cigarette on the train, which is, like, so ridiculously highly illegal.
You can't light cigarettes.
And we were sitting on the train with all these strangers, and we just asked, like, every single one of them what the funniest thing they've ever seen was or whatever, while she was just, like, smoking cigarettes, and we, like, smashed the table and stuff. But nobody really wanted to tell us what the funniest thing they saw was, but I don't remember it that clearly. I was pretty drunk. But that was a mediocre story, and I just thought I'd share it.
They're like, oh, it's another improv.
I like the story about the Christmas tree, Andy.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That was actually, that night originated at the same sausage place. In Brooklyn called Rosamundi or Rosamund or something. I still don't even know how to pronounce it, and it's like my favorite place in New York. But, we went to the sausage place and drank a bunch of, like, whiskey and beer like we always do at the sausage place. And then this was, like, right before Christmas. And we had walked past this, like, lot of Christmas trees, like, a million times going to this place. And we always talked about, like, oh, it'd be awesome to, like, take one, you know, like, just to, like, get one. And, like, I was thinking, like, oh, maybe one day we'll, like, buy one or something for the apartment. But, like, we got all drunk at the sausage place. We got all drunk at the sausage place, and we were walking back, and Ken's was like, which one do you think is the best one? And I, like, pointed one out, and we both, like, nodded at each other, and she just, like, pushed it over, so it, like, fell in the sidewalk or whatever, and she grabbed the top end of it, and I was like, holy shit. I didn't even have the plan to steal it, but Ken's did. So I was, like, realizing that she was ready to steal this thing, and I needed to, like, help her steal it. She knocked it over. And she grabbed the top of it, and I grabbed the bottom of it. And I thought it was so funny, the idea of, like, stealing a Christmas tree and, like, being the Grinch and ruining Christmas, that I was, like, giggling to tears, but I was also, like, scared. So, like, and drunk, and I ate a bunch of sausages. And, like, so, like, we both had this Christmas tree. And this was on, like, a crowded street. This is on Bedford Avenue in Brooklyn. It's, like, the strip or whatever. And, like, so we both had this Christmas tree, and we're, like, running down the street, like, full speed, and I literally had tears, like, coming down my face, and I was giggling, like, like, while we were carrying this Christmas tree. And for some reason, we thought it was a good idea to stop. Like, Ken's needed cigarettes, so we ran, like, 20 feet, and there was a bodega right there, and she went in and got cigarettes, like, in clear view of the scene of the crime. So she went in and got cigarettes, and then we grabbed the tree, and then we started running again. And we ran all the way down to the train station, and all these people that were in the train station, like, thought we had just bought it. So, like, in the true spirit of Christmas magic, they were like, oh, we'll help you carry it over the turnstiles and stuff. And, like, all these strangers, like,
they're all just aiding you,
carry it, like, and they had no idea. They were all, like, unwitting accomplices to, like,
Christmas
a Grinch crime. And so, like, not only did they help us take it down to the platform where we were waiting for the train, but, like, they all wanted to take pictures with it and stuff. So, like, there's pictures of us with just, like, 20 strangers we've never met in our life, like, just because they thought it was, like, a Christmas miracle. Like, we bought a tree in the middle of the night, and you guys helped us carry it and stuff. And they're all, like, smiling and stuff. And we just, like, we're just drunken kids that, like, stole it and ate a bunch of sausages, like, 2 seconds earlier.
Hey, but,
and, dude, the pictures are ridiculous. It was somebody's birthday, so someone had 1,000 balloons. So in a picture, there's, like, a Christmas tree, there's a dude playing drums, and a person with, like, 1,000,000 balloons. Like, it was seriously, like, the most magical thing. It was...
Lance, put that up on the website.
Hey, but,
dude,
I can't do work.
Didn't you get instant karma?
And when we got on the train, I laid down on the ground because I was so drunk, and Ken's just put it on top of me, so I was laying under a Christmas tree, and there was a lady sitting right by where my head was, and I was like, lady, hold my hand, because I was, like, so drunk, and I thought I was going to puke, and she just held my hand for, like, 3 stops, like, just some lady I'd never met in my life. I was laying drunk and dirty in a trench coat on a subway floor covered in a stolen Christmas tree and holding the hand of a stranger.
Sounds like
it
a
was
Rod
magic.
Stewart song.
I thought
it was magic, dude.
I thought some bad stuff happened too because of you stealing that Christmas tree.
What was that? What are you alluding to? I don't know what you mean.
Your risky iPhone habits.
Oh yeah, dude, it was like instant karma. Yeah, I have a 64 gig iPhone 5, and I don't use a screen protector or a case because I'm trying to live like a badass. And I gave somebody the phone to take a picture of us, and I had never dropped it at all. And the one time I gave it to a stranger to take a picture of us, he dropped it. So I have like this huge dent in the side of my phone. But actually, dude, my volume button stopped working the other day, which is on the side he dropped it on. So I went to the Apple store and they just gave me a new one. So I got a new iPhone 5. This is my fourth one. This is my fourth iPhone 5.
Oh! Karma, bitches!
Going on.
He's bragging about cheating the system, and the system shuts him off.
Andy's got cut off. Andy's back. He got cut off.
Apple found out. I think.
I've been monitoring this.
You gotta be
call the
kidding me,
whole time.
man.
Like, all right, we got him. Shut him down.
Listeners don't realize is that
They cut me off.
yeah,
They
the
knew I had
video just
3 free iPhone 5s, and they got pissed. And I stole Christmas.
anyone listening has no idea that the video just ended and it
Oh,
said
yeah.
there's a server problem.
I was trying to
Yeah.
explain it, but this is way too loud. So I just...
Yeah, but hey, it recovered like really quickly,
Yeah, that was
dude.
really
Like that actually worked out like really well. So count your blessings.
Completely insane.
That was great.
All right, does anybody else have any drunken stories or related to, or like party stories, like crazy things that happen at parties?
Dude,
Like,
there's been too many. I don't know if you guys ever went to the old apartment that I lived at with Mandy Hofford and Lauren Bach.
yep.
Colin was there. Colin knows.
Yeah.
Before, yeah.
Yeah, I
had a-
hammered a freaking sucker into the ground.
Yes,
Yeah, sucker.
She got a house on it.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, those that apartment made
Hey,
me
who,
drop
by
out of
the way,
college.
I-
It made me quit my job. Like, I turned into the biggest drunk.
I remember
person ever.
you shotgun beers way faster than anyone I've ever
Peaches,
seen.
Oh yeah, they got someone's got it somewhere. A recording of me shotgunning a beer in less than a second. Like before it hits like a second mark.
I remember you practicing, and I was like, I didn't even want to show you how bad I was. Like,
It
I
was
was
like-
so embarrassed.
Peaches,
You're the
Peaches, didn't you
German
used to
Steve,
just
dude.
eat cigarettes?
Yeah, we for like,
Why?
we
Why
were
would you
filming
do
for iPhone. It was like a little throwaway video I made. Got like just throwaway footage from everybody and made like a little skate video. And then I don't know who it was like, yeah, you should we should get a clip of you eating a cigarette and shotgun and beer. And I thought that was the funniest thing. So I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I did it once, and they didn't press record. So in true spirit, I had to do it again. So I ate 2 lit cigarettes and shotgun.
They were lit?
Yeah, they were lit.
Yeah, they were lit. There's footage of it. You can find this.
There's a couple of different clips of that.
Dude, the thing I don't get about that though is like, okay, first of all, the cigarette's lit, so that's fucking crazy, and you're eating that filter, which is made of God knows what. You're never gonna digest that, dude.
Oh yeah, it's still
You
in
still
there.
have
It's
2
a party,
filters
man.
in your
Yeah.
intestines, man.
Dude,
It's
have you
party
seen
for life.
Filtering your shit.
Strange Addictions or whatever, man? Those people live through anything.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
true.
That's true.
I just saw.
That gives me hope, dude. That gives me hope.
I just
One
saw-
time I got drunk and ate a bunch of styrofoam, and I've been worried about it like ever since, and I think I'll be okay.
That's a good drunk
Like,
story.
after watching
Dude, my
Strange
dog.
Addictions.
Well, I guess I should save this to the pet one. Nope. I got a dog. I had a dog named Clover, and I used to feed her Dixie cups every day. It was like her pill. Like I would be brushing my teeth before school, and I'd take a Dixie, and she would come to the bathroom. I'd give her a Dixie cup, and she'd walk away. She'd just swallow it.
I went in the basement one time, and she was just eating playing cards, like swallowing them.
Yeah, she ate everything, dude. She didn't give a shit.
Kleenexes out of the box.
Kleenexes while I was wiping my
It tastes
boogers.
good. There's no way that's like enjoyable.
Anything I like pointed, she would eat. Like she would eat rocks. She chewed on rocks in the yard, and
Dude, Kleenex is
like
like
K9
a light and
party.
airy delicacy.
Dude,
She
now
would just
she's freaking
constantly
dead,
pull
man.
out of
Dude,
this cardboard
You killed her with
no,
those Dixie
dude,
cups.
she lived to her prime every day.
That's it.
She ate an entire Taco Bell bag with all the trash inside, and your dad had to like pull it out of her butt. She couldn't poop it out all the
Hey
way.
man, sometimes you got to do things like that.
And that's a great drunk story right there.
Yeah, oh yeah, my dog got hammered all the time.
Got drunk on Taco Bell.
Party animal.
Literal animal.
Dude, I guess if we're talking about drunk shit, I want to get this out of the way so we don't have to ever talk about it ever again. I pissed my pants at least 10,000 times drinking in 10,000 circumstances.
Hey, and you know what? There's a previous... Dude, there's a previous Daddio Patio episode when I said, that's not the last time Lance peed in his pants in front of his parents. And your exact words were, we'll save that for another episode. So go ahead and tell us about when you pissed your pants in front of your parents.
Again.
This is definitely the perfect episode.
Well, freaking, yeah. Well, my parents, I mean, they come into the room and I'm just like sleeping naked next to my bed, peeing. Like this isn't now. I mean, this is like a long time ago in a galaxy far.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Dude, no.
Yesterday.
Yeah. No, dude. Yeah. So like, my parents have seen me like peeing and like, this is ridiculous. This is being recorded forever.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, seriously, like I think it's like a gene or something that you just. I don't know, your brain...
Oh, yeah, blame it on the genes.
Well, why not, you know? I'm not blaming it on myself.
Your Levi's?
Yeah, my gene Levi's. Dude, no, I freaking... the mechanism gets shut off in my brain when I drink... Not anymore, I haven't peed my pants in years. But that's truth. That's true facts. I swear. Anybody want to fight about it? Let's go right now.
I check his bed every day. Make sure it's dry.
You just go in there, put your hand... Yeah, good job, Lance.
Another day.
Dude.
I put gold stars in his walls every day in a row.
P3. Gold stars and bananas.
No. It's when I used to get like blackout drunk, like freshman year of college. And freaking... It's a mechanism shuts off in your brain to like tell you to like, hey, wait till the bathroom. And instead it's like you gotta go now. What?
But you peed your pants more than like anyone I know.
Well, hey, I got a lot of pee. Dude, one time I was playing cards at Eric, I'll say his name. You can bleep it. Eric Rains, and they were playing cards, and I peed my pants while we were playing cards, and walked to the bathroom. They saw it, and they're like, "Lance, did you pee your pants?" I'm like, "No." Like, you definitely peed your pants. It's soaked. Your pants are soaked. And I got up on the chair and like announced in front of everybody, I definitely did not pee in my pants. And like I was standing up with soaked pants, and like just more people saw it. And another time I was at Jacuzzi's, and I was sitting on the couch, and I just had my head like laying back, and like Ben Ackerman was like, or like I just started peeing, and or maybe it was Josh that saw it, Josh earlier. He's like, Lance, are you peeing? I'm like, yep. And I was like smiling, like peeing on our couch. God almighty.
Dude, speaking of pee, we were talking about this today. Like, Ian used to pee all the time. Like, he would sleep naked.
In his milk jugs.
Dude, he had so many bottles of pee in it.
He was like,
he had like a giant vase full of pee.
Dude, he was like Howard Hughes, man, surrounded by like cups of piss.
So my stepbrother slept naked, and you'd have to pass through the living room to get to the bathroom. So he didn't want to put clothes on in the middle of the night to go pee in the bathroom. So he just had like glasses and bottles and all kinds of stuff in his room. And he would just lean over on his dirty mattress and just pee in him, like fill him up with pee. And so like every night, he would sleep in a bed that was just surrounded by like containers of his own urine. And the craziest thing about it is he would bring chicks home and bang them in that bed on that dirty Ninja Turtle pillow he's had since he was like 5 years old.
Dude,
surrounded by containers of his own old piss.
Which is like that pillow
insane.
Oh my god. It's dark brown and it used to be white.
Detail. Like, that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pill just had a crust of, like, body filth. It was literally just filth. It was just, like, sweat that
I bet he's
turned
still
back
using
into salt. And then turned
Okay,
brown.
hey, we got a caller.
Hey, caller, you're on Daddio Patio. Give us your best drunk story.
Hey, I forgot my phone's fucked up. I got a pretty funny Frenzel's drunk story.
Alright, let's hear it. Spit it.
Last time I brought him to one of Chippy's parties. Chip told me, I told him who I was all with, and the last person was Frenzel, and Chip goes, he paused for a while and goes, nothing in my house can break. And so I bring Frenzel, and Frenzel brings a 6-pack of O'Doul's, like planning on not drinking, like drinking non-alcoholic beer. He gets there, what was it?
It was Tanqueray.
It was Tanqueray. It was Doyle's gin, and he drank the whole thing, and he got fucking obliterated, and like headbutted my buddy Nick Pappas, and thought someone headbutted him, and he thought his nose was broke, and then he had to have some deaf chick come and pick him up from the party and shit.
Dude, yeah, he fell into this kid and broke his nose, but was so drunk he thought that the kid fought him and broke his nose, so he proceeded to try to fight the kid on top of this.
Oh, man.
Andy.
Yeah.
Stop breathing.
Patio going.
It's going good, man. We're telling Andy to stop breathing so loudly into his mouth.
Was that breathing into the thing?
He's breathing like a reptile.
He had a lot of suspense in the
it's not
story.
breathing. Look, it's this.
Hey.
No, it was definitely breathing.
Yeah, it was you breathing.
Hey.
Oh, no, maybe it was.
Hey, man, go on with your story.
I'm out of breath.
Okay. End of the story.
See you later.
All right.
Thanks for calling.
Dude, I've got one.
Let's hear it.
It was like one of my first. It was the first night that I ever really hung out with Ryan Farrar, and it was like one of the first times I was like really getting into drinking. I was like, I guess 17, and we were at our buddy Pat's house, and he had this little apartment, and we'd have like little small get-togethers. Well, Farrar bought me a Sailor I think it was Sailor Jerry's rum, a fifth of it. It was just like he's like, I want you to finish the entire thing. Well, I was like, I'm going to do this, like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. Well, I brought this girl I was talking to at the time with me there. So I ended up bringing the entire fifth, and I passed out with my head on the couch and then threw up in my mouth. And they carried me into the bathroom, like 4 guys, put my head in the toilet, and then got it all out. Well, the next morning, I wake up in the bathroom, butt-ass naked, and the girl that I brought was butt-ass naked, too. So apparently, we had sex, like, all throughout the night, so much so that people were coming in and using the bathroom around us and taking showers.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wait, over your puke pot?
Over us having sex in the puke toilet.
Oh my god!
That's
I
romantic,
kid you
man.
not, man. I kid
Holy
you
shit.
not.
Was the girl drunk too, or like was she just sober and cool with it?
She was just cool with it.
Holy
Dude,
fuck!
that's another thing we can talk about with drunk stories is like
Are you kidding?
the worst conditions you've
Yeah, the best
woken
thing
up.
that could happen. Like, it was the best thing that I don't remember.
Dude, you had the coolest night and you don't even.
I know, right? Like, and that was the night I decided not to drink heavily.
Dude,
Never again.
I have kind of a fucked up one I just remembered.
Go ahead.
Okay. This is so bad, and like it's the worst thing. It wasn't my fault, but I still feel like guilty. There's this time I was at this party, and there's this girl I kind of liked, but she had a boyfriend, so I like didn't do anything with it. And then there's like a time we were like outside together, and everyone else left, and she just like made out with me, and then so that happened, and then she's like really like weird about it, and she like still wanted to like make out. So I'm like, I don't think this is a good idea. And her like right when I said like this isn't a good idea, and like backed her off. Her boyfriend came out at that exact moment, but he just assumed we were just talking because like he came out at the perfect moment.
Jeez.
And he walked inside, and he passed out next to another girl, but not like next to her, but she like put his arm around her and used that as like an excuse to break up with him the next day.
Oh my god!
She like, orchestrated the breakup, and I mean, nothing ever came of that. I never really talked to her that much.
It's probably best that you didn't, man.
Oh,
that was pretty conniving.
It's like something that you just want to avoid completely.
That's
Oh,
like
God,
the most fucked up thing. And like I knew exactly what happened. Like the next morning, I'm like, dude, you did that, but I didn't want to like bring it up in front of anybody.
That was like 7.
Oh my god.
And the worst
Yeah,
part
those
is
are
she made
fucked
it
up.
seem like it was his fault. And then he's like, I seriously like I don't know. I didn't think I did that. Like I didn't mean anything by it. It could have just been an accident. She's like, no, it's your fault. So
Wow.
yeah, crazy fucked up. People do terrible things when they're drunk.
Very true.
We have
Very
another caller though. On that note,
Go ahead.
Let's hear it.
God.
thank God is right. We have a caller. Hello.
What's going on, man?
How are you? Who is this?
It's JP.
It's JP.
JP.
JP. Hello.
Hell yeah.
Do you have a drunk story for
Hey,
us?
so what's going on? What kind of stories do you have so far?
We've had just a really fucked up
Tune in
one.
next week.
We've had it all degrees, like funny and just like scary.
No previews, JP. What you got?
Alright.
No holds barred.
So
I
was, what's up?
Go ahead, sorry.
Alright, so I was about 19. This was at 1014. You guys remember 1014?
Oh my God.
I remember 1014,
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, okay, so we got a couple bottles, and we're at that, little couch spot above the bar where you can kind of see up there, but not really. And we got a couple bottles, and this, pack of sluts just come up there. And one of them newbies was like, hey, she's like, what's up, Jake? You remember me? And I totally didn't. And I was like, yeah, totally. What's going on, you know? And I was hammered. I was just shit-faced. So we're making out. She has this skirt on. And my buddy's like, just fuck her. So I was like, yeah, you know, can we just, look at her, for approval? And then slide it in so we're fucking. And, I don't even like having sex. I way rather get head, and I'm hammered. And I'm like, will you just suck my dick? So she starts blowing me. And I guess security is, coming up. There's a few people with security, and all the little slut bitches that are on the other side are, freaking out. They're like, oh, my God, somebody's coming. So she, and my dick's just hanging out through my jean hole. They tell me I gotta get the fuck out of there.
Oh my God.
I can talk girls into anything. I'm a getting laid consultant now. That's what I do. That's my job. I can get anybody laid, I promise you. I know the steps. I know the psychology. It's incredible.
We should make an episode based on that sometime.
Yeah. People just calling to give you advice.
JP plugging his skills.
Plugging his skills, plugging the girls. Try to make that rhyme.
Thanks for calling, man.
All right, well, yeah, JP.
Thanks for calling, JP.
Take it easy, man.
That's awesome.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, we had another caller during that.
Yeah,
but I had to hang up on
Kelly,
him.
Kelly,
Same
something.
here. I had another caller too, and then.
Well, we're calling Kelly back first.
All right, we'll call him.
Is Kelly the one that tooted and it was painful?
Yeah.
Oh, the painful toots, man.
Whoa, what is going on with you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were my dad. Hey, what's up?
Kelly, it is your dad. It's your daddy-o patio.
It's all your dads.
Sorry, we had another call at the time, but we called you back because we are gentlemen.
Oh, well, thank you. I have a story, actually. It's very recent. Is this drunk stories?
Yes, it is.
Well, per your request, I hung out with Andy. Is he on the show
Yes,
today
he
via
is.
Skype?
He's here now.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
here.
hey, Andy. Hey, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Well, my drunk story involved Andy, because he just, we met up, and we went to 7-Eleven, got tall boys, and then we went into the back of a bar onto a patio, and we just drank the tall boys there. And,
Yeah. We didn't even get in trouble.
but we didn't even get in trouble because they liked us so much. Or they just didn't even pay attention. I'm not sure which one. And,
Probably the second one.
and so it was a very St. Louis moment for me. I really missed being drunk on tall boys. So we go back to my apartment across the street, and we're just chatting and all that shit, and I don't know what happened. But there's a painting on the wall. He takes it off, and he's like, you should write something here. And I'm like, yeah, for fuck's sake, yeah. And I wrote, shit's cool as fuck, and that's it.
Yeah, she said shit's cool as fuck, out loud, and I was like, that's a good quote. You should write that somewhere. And then so I took a painting off the wall and she wrote it there. And then so her roommates aren't going to find that for I guess until they move the painting. But I don't think we did a good job of putting it back, so they might find it sooner than later.
I don't know. I really hope they don't find it, and I hope they didn't hear me. So, yeah, you just have a cool story, but
They're gonna remember shit's cool as fuck, like you
I
saying that.
usually don't remember the best stories, the really intense ones. Usually people tell me that later.
This one was okay.
One time
So this one was okay?
Yeah, well, here, I'll up the ante on this one. I have another one for you.
Okay, yes.
For my birthday, I took a few tequila shots and went to the Grove, which is, for anybody who's not in St. Louis, that's the gay bar area, which is where all the fun happens. And so I'm at a drag show, and then I black out. And turns out I thought I was being kidnapped at one point. I couldn't walk. So, like, a guy in the friend group picked me up, and I was surrounded by my friends, and I was like, don't kidnap me! Stop kidnapping me! And all my friends were like, Kelly, he's not going to kidnap you. We're all right here. And I'm like, this guy's going to try and rape me. Like, I was just, like, really, apparently really adamant, and then a guy was holding my hair back when I was puking in the toilet, and then I turned around and, like, seductively asked this guy if he wanted to get me a pizza.
Can you reenact how you said it?
Wrong tree, huh?
That's a perfect first date.
What?
So that's a perfect first date.
That was just my birthday.
I just remembered a Mardi Gras story I have to tell. But Kelly,
Mardi Gras, man.
Thank you for calling in.
Okay, sorry. Bye.
You're fine. No, you're fine.
Nothing to be sorry about. Okay, Mardi Gras, go.
Okay, so there's like a last Mardi Gras, I got like I don't even know how it happened. I was just drunk because it was Mardi Gras, and then we ended up at this guy's house, and he had a snake, and I kept trying to steal this person's snake, like
like a little python or something.
It's like it was pretty big, but I tried to steal it like 8 times. Like, it wasn't just like I tried twice and like gave up. I tried like the entire night to sneak in there and steal it. And then after that, like, I left.
Did you get caught? Or like
yeah, every time.
Yeah.
And then,
like, just steal a stranger's pet? Like, that's insane.
And they just let you attempt 8 different times? Like,
And
after, like, the third time, you'd be like...
I couldn't believe I didn't get my ass kicked. But anyways, we were leaving, and I, like, ran like an anime character. You know how they, like, bend down like a ninja, and they put their arms behind their back, and they just, like, run super fast?
With the snake in your hand?
No. This is afterwards. But, like, Tony saw that happen, and, like, I was running so fast. He said, like... Physics, like, was trying to, like, knock me face first into the concrete, but somehow I outran physics. I was going so fast. He said I went faster than any human he's ever seen, like, run. And I just, like, outran my, like, gravity itself. And then eventually gravity caught up and slammed me right down in my fucking face.
All right, we got a couple callers.
We have a couple
That's
callers.
the last couple.
Hold on. All right, you are on this one right here that I'm talking to on my phone. Hey, you're on.
Hello, you're here. Now.
You're on Daddy
Hey, 596-8830.
Hey, I'm letting you guys know my mother's with me right now, so she can weigh in on this conversation.
All right, nice.
Does
she have a drunk story as well?
Oh, drunk stories?
Oh, my God.
That entail ingesting something.
So, you're going to tell a story?
There was one night that I got real hammered, and I woke up the next morning and called my buddy, and my face was completely destroyed. My nose was messed up, was bleeding, my eyes were black and blue. And I called him, and I'm like, oh, God, I must have gotten in a fight last night. And as the day progressed, I figured out what happened. Well, it turns out we were leaving a bar, and I was so excited that I jumped up in the air and sprinted across the parking lot and didn't realize that the parking lot was closed by a chain link fence. And the link fence was right around the height of my shins. So when I was sprinting full speed, I decided to hit the chain link fence, and I did, and Superman to the asphalt. And all my friends carried me home, and I woke up the next morning and thought that we fought a bunch of black people.
My uncle has the same story, except he did fight a bunch of black people.
The next day that I got hit in the face by something.
Oh my God.
Hey, that took a racist turn.
Thank you for calling. We have to like cut people off really fast. We have like 3 callers at once.
Yeah, we're getting tight on time, but thanks for calling in.
All right, next caller.
Hey, caller, welcome to Daddio Patio. What's your drunk story?
Well, I'll tell you what. First off, I thought I was actually calling for some furniture, but it sounds like you boys are having something else. But since y'all so nice, I'll tell you my story. Well, one time, me and a couple boys, man, we was drinking some whiskey and we was barbecuing some pork. And one of my younger boys, he said, hey, Grandpa, I bet you $10 you won't put your ass on that grill. Boy, I tell you what, I heard my $10, and boy, was I drunk as a skunk. I put my ass right on that grill. I tell you what, it looked like that Wolverine character. They don't scratch my ass trying to get a piece of my junk. Man, I tell you what, it was bad. It was bad for weeks. My old lady was trying to clean my infected parts.
It's terrible.
All right.
My God.
Thanks for calling.
Well, thanks for calling in.
Permanent burn lines on your ass.
Yeah,
You do.
Do you have time for how much?
Yeah. Well, let's get some more callers.
Zach Brengard is
let's
calling.
get the other callers.
Zach Brengard is calling. He called twice, and I had to hang up on him 2
That's
times.
dedication.
He's in my kitchen. I hear his voice.
Tell him to pick up his fucking phone. Yell it. Yell
Hey,
it.
pick up your phone!
Your call has been
Are you kidding me?
Voicemail.
Hold on. He's right outside my door. I gotta yell to him.
Pick up your damn phone.
Hey, scalp him on the recording.
Scalp him.
Zach, pick up.
Audio only.
First audio only.
Call back right now.
All right. Well, is anybody? We got one
Or
more.
come in.
Anybody got
Yeah,
any
he's
other
gonna
personal
come
in. No,
stories?
I'm
Oh, he's coming in?
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think
coming
of
in.
shit.
Alright.
Isn't that crazy that like so much we've done thousands and thousands and thousands.
What should he
of
do?
shit
He's
drunk.
in the room. Should he say it on the thing or should he
We
call
can't
in?
remember
Yeah,
shit.
give him your mic.
Okay. No. Talk to him. Okay, he's gonna call in.
It's so strange.
I'll be confused if you're in here though. No.
We can hear him, so tell him to go in the other room.
They can hear you. You should go in the other room. I feel bad, like making you leave my room, but
Zach, I'm
Get
so
out.
sorry
But
we
get
had to
the
hang
fuck
up
out.
on you 2 times. You're on Daddio Patio now, though.
alright, he's.
Okay, wait, yeah, I'm gonna go into the hall then.
I can hear you.
All right.
Oh, I hear him.
What's your drunk story?
Well, I mean, Andy was involved too. There's currently some debate going on in the living room about the details of the drunk story, so that's kind of why I wanted to call in to get Andy's side here. But this past New Year's, when we were like near Times Square, and obviously doing some drinking, and we had all gotten up on a cop car as soon as the ball dropped, like with a bunch of other people, and like we ended up like lighting up a joint while like dancing up on top of this cop car. And, I know that the back windshield of the cop car got shattered by either me or Andy. Alicia is pretty sure that it was me. But I don't know, Andy, what do you know about
Well,
this
dude,
story?
here's the thing. Like, okay, so people started dancing when the ball dropped on top of this car, and I didn't know it was a cop car because it was like an undercover cop car. But like, and someone just pulled me up. I don't know if it was Alicia. It started with one guy. There was one guy dancing on the car, and he pulled Alicia up, and then Alicia pulled me up, or he pulled me up, or something. And then like we started dancing on it, and everybody was like cheering and stuff because it was New Year's in New York at Times Square or whatever. It was crazy, and like. All of a sudden, I realized, like, I saw, like, that side light, and I saw that the plates were weird, and there was, like, shit inside that indicated, like, cop car, and I was like, oh, my God, we're dancing on a cop car, and that dude, like, fell on the back windshield, and it broke, and I was, like, had a joint in my hand, and I was like, oh, my God, this is a horrible situation, and so I gave the joint back to, like, whoever, and I jumped off the cop car, and we, like, slithered through the crowd right as the police came up and started, like, arresting people. Like, it was insane. Like, we got off the cop car, and we, like, slithered back through the crowd, like, and got lost in it before we could get in trouble. And like it was like right when the cops came and like got a bunch of people in trouble. It was absolutely ridiculous. But I realized all these things like at once. I was like, holy shit, I'm on a cop car. I'm drunk. It's New Year's. I have a joint in my hand. Holy shit! And then I had to like jump off the thing and we like ran off into the crowd. It was crazy, man. But yeah, that was a good one.
Alicia's claiming that I was the one who fell onto the windshield or whatever.
You were the one that broke it.
I don't know. Alicia's saying yes, but I didn't know. But I didn't know. That's why I was wondering if you are.
Did you have a circular cut on your back? Was there a circular cut on your back?
Huh?
A circular cut on your back?
Did you have a circular cut?
Why would there be?
Because you fell through a windshield on your back, right?
Why would it be circular, though?
Well, no, he didn't fall through it. It just like broke, like it like cracked in. Like he didn't like.
I think he like sank in it like a diehard enemy, like falling into a car.
Hey, we're running out of time. So let's
final,
the ultimate final topic here.
Ultimate final topic.
No, wait, was there one more time? Was there one more caller? Because we could do one more caller and then.
Was there one more caller?
No. Zach, thank you.
See you, Zach.
We don't. I feel like this episode has been so full of life. We don't need a.
That's what alcohol does.
All right. So does anybody have a UFT?
You're just saying because you want to get the freaking Venice Cafe. You want to get the
last time you peed your pants?
No.
Lance?
I say puke. When was like the first, or what was the most embarrassing puke you've ever had while drinking?
Oh, okay, that's a good one. I can start off with that one.
So
okay.
I can't.
The most embarrassing alcohol, does it have to be alcohol related?
No.
Just embarrassing to throw up?
I feel like, well, mine is. I feel like it'd be good if it was. Mine is though. Like, okay, so when I was younger, like in high school, we all used to drink Captain Morgan because, I don't know, when we started drinking and we would just drink that all the time and it got us really drunk and stuff. And I drank so much of it and threw up so many times that my body just started to, like, hate it. I had, like, a natural aversion to it. So when we went to London, Zach he still drank Captain Morgan, like, he liked it or whatever. And he bought this Captain Morgan that was, like, some extra alcoholic version or something like that. And we had just left McDonald's and then he bought that Captain Morgan or whatever. So he was drinking it, and I was like, dude, I can't drink Captain Morgan. Like, it'll make me sick. Like, I drank it in high school, it made me throw up 1,000 times. Like, I can't deal with it. And we were on our way to meet some kids that we had met at the skate park. We'd only met them one time. It was, like, this Russian kid who hardly spoke English. And then this other kid named Russell, who was, like, an English kid or whatever. He was, like, a British kid. And, like, finally, as we were walking up there, Zach finally peer pressured me to take a shot of the Captain Morgan straight out of the bottle, and it was, like, extra alcoholic, and I told him I couldn't do it, and it was, like, disgusting and stuff. So I took a shot of it, and I was, like, just barely holding it down, and I was like, oh, my God. And then we met up with the Russian kid, and I, like, shook his hand, and I was like, what's up, dude? It was, like, the first time I hung out with him since we met him or whatever, and, like, Zach was, like, saying what's up to him and stuff, and I just, like, turned around and puked all over his brand new shoes. Like, he had these, like, brand new, like, red shoes on. He, like, rode for DC, and he had, like, these new shoes that he just got in the mail, and I seriously just vomited, like, all over him. And he, like, hardly even spoke English, so I couldn't, like, explain it to him that I, like, couldn't drink Captain or whatever. And, like, we hadn't drank at all that night other than, that was the first drink I took. I took one sip of Captain Morgan. And the first time we hung out with this kid, I just threw up all over his shoes. So he had to think I was, like, such an idiot. But, yeah, that was my most recent embarrassing puke story.
All right.
I was going to say something similar, like, mine involves puking on shoes, too. But mine's actually from, like, 3rd grade, and it has nothing to do with the drunken years.
You're drinking.
Yeah.
Drunk as hell?
Dude, I was at gym class, and I was freaking feeling sick as shit. I just remember feeling terrible. And, like, I was like, Mrs. Cook, I feel sick. And she's like, oh, it's the end of the day anyway. You don't need to go to the nurse. You're going home in 5 minutes anyway.
What your parents do?
And I turn around, and I puke on, like, every person's, like, shoes in the class at the same time. Because everybody's, like, gathering in the center of the class in a line to, like, go, like, to the bus area. Like, dude, I puked on, a shitload. I remember it splattering up. I remember toes, like, doing this, like, tipping away. I remember it's all in my mind. I still see it. I still see the puke.
Mine isn't, as embarrassing as those, but we were playing a drinking game that involved Mario Kart, and we usually only play with, like, a half a beer in a glass, and someone's like, hey, we should play the full beer, and I'm like, hey, I've been drinking all day, that's a really bad idea, I will throw up, and they're like, doing the whole, like, oh, you're a pussy, and stuff. I'm like, okay, like, we'll see how this turns out. We did play with full beers, and then I threw up during Rainbow Road. Halfway through, the best part was it wasn't even my controller. I threw up on our friend's controller we borrowed. That was the person who, like, told me to... It's not yours. It's not yours. Okay. No. It was the person who told me... Who was, like, calling me out for, like, being a pussy, like, for not drinking a full beer with that drinking game. And so I was glad that, like, justice was served and I threw up on his controller. I didn't even watch... you know what? I kept... Also,
dude.
Also, I kept racing. Didn't even stop racing. I think I came in second.
Besides a toilet, like, do you ever aim your puke? Like, puking's always wherever it is. Like, you never aim your puke anywhere unless you're, like, a maniac with projectile vomit.
Last time I saw you puke was, like, I was turning on to Chippewa from Kings Highway. Or no, I was turning on to Kings Highway from Chippewa, and it's like a super long bend, and you leaned out the window of my red Toyota Echo and just vomited an arc while, like, everybody waiting at the light just watched you puke while I made a slow left turn through the intersection.
Dude, that's not the only time I did that, man.
You puked like an arc around the intersection.
Dude, I did that again. Like, my uncle took me like bike riding, and I was totally out of shape, and these maniacs are going like 30 miles an hour, and I did that in the heat for like 6 hours while I was training. And on the way home, like I did that, and I puked like water while we were making a left through an intersection. I puked like water in an arc while we were pulling into like Clearburgs. So I puked a full circle.
We have 3 more.
Yeah, in total.
Oh my
God.
We have 3 more puke stories to get through super fast.
Oh man, I'd say that
Right.
the worst puke is that one I already told you guys about.
Which one was it?
Oh, right,
yeah.
choke on it.
Yeah, that's super
that's the
intense,
worst.
dude.
Which one where you're having sex with the girl all night or whatever? That one?
But prior to that, when I choked on my own puke.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
One night when I was in college, I went to my girlfriend's dorm, and she had like a friend in town, and I was really drunk, and I wound up puking in her bathroom for like an hour, and I wanted to sleep there, but she finally convinced me to like come sleep in her room, and I guess this doesn't have as much to do with puke, but I did puke. And then so I got in her room, and I was sleeping on the futon, and her bed is like semi-lofted, so she keeps her like mini fridge and her food underneath her bed. And in the middle of the night, apparently, I got up and I started peeing all over her food. and apparently, I was just peeing and like staring her straight in the face. And she like woke up and was like, "What are you doing?" And I was just like, "I'm tired." That's all I said, and I was peeing all over her food.
We're over
on her food.
Yeah,
like that's what you're peeing
on everything underneath her bed.
Dude, how creepy is that? You're staring in the eyes while peeing on her food.
I don't remember any of
She
it.
was just looking at her.
Yeah, and so I just went back to bed, and
a
then
zombie just peed.
yeah, I was out of it. And I went back to bed, and I woke up in the morning, and I was like, she was like, "You know what you did last night?" And I was like, "Nah, I thought I had like a bad dream, and I had to clean up some pee that day." That was pretty much it.
Fingerhut, go.
Let's see. I guess my most embarrassing puke story was like when I was in Boy Scouts. I don't know. We were at this like campground thing, and they had this big mess hall, and it was just picture just like a school cafeteria with like these huge rows of tables of all these kids eating the shitty food that they give you. And I apparently was dehydrated that day, but I was so young that I had no idea what that even meant. And I was eating something, and all of a sudden I was just like, I'm gonna puke. I'm gonna puke. And I kept saying that, and I kept repeating that over and over, and I stood up and just like started running as puke was leaking out of my mouth and like dribbling down. And then I found this trash can, and I was like, finally, trash can, like a safe place.
Is this when you were like a fat kid?
Yeah, I was fat at this time too, so it was even funnier to see. And my friend Kyle Fanger, his dad was like our troop leader or whatever you call it. He saw that whole thing happen, and ran with right behind me into the hallway that I found with the trash can. And like this whole time, I don't see him behind me, like coming up to help me for some reason or whatever. And so I find this trash can, and I prop the lid open, and he, I guess, decided to, like, the only way he knew how to help was to prop that lid open himself and just remove my hand from the situation. So his hand is there, and the whole time I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? My hand's already here. I already got this figured out. Like, I'm in my, like, childhood brain.
Yeah, lid's open, man.
And his hand was right there, and this puke just, like, erupted from my face, and it was, like, out of my mouth and my nostrils. And I made eye contact with him, like, out of the corner of my eyes, and he stared at me with this like, look of horror on his face, and he just goes, "Oh!" And he's just like, "Oh!" And, like, he's, like, letting these sounds come out of his body that I had never even heard an adult man emit before. And I'm, like, releasing this, like, vomit into this trash can, and it's just, like, this, like...
It totally hit his hand, too, right?
Yeah, it totally
You
hit his
scarred
hand.
him as an adult.
His hand, his wrist, everything.
That was the
just,
worst
like,
day of his life.
I
man.
felt so bad.
Dude, usually it's like an adult scarring a kid, but you were a kid scarring an adult.
I can never like look at him the same anymore.
Oh, dude, I'm sure
I've
he's
seen him since.
He
And
probably
it's just
killed him, though.
like,
He's so
dude,
alive.
I want to apologize to him because I was just like, you didn't have to do that.
Apologize, then puke through your nostrils at him again.
Mid apology, I like throw up again.
Oh my god, we really have to go though.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we are.
Dude, we're on, hey, 109 is where we've been hitting.
All right,
Damn.
are you ready?
You wouldn't know.
All right, I guess
I know, I
should
wouldn't know.
start it?
Yes.
I'm a new guy again.
All right. What
Freaking.
80s and 90s TV show theme song this week?
Oh shit.
Family Matters.
Jefferson.
Family Matters.
Family
came to
Matters.
mind,
Go.
Family. Oh, I'm trying
All
to.
right, and if I can, I'll make it 8-bit. But
Well, let's. Daddy-o, patio.
Daddy-o.
No. I'm not. Nah. I was thinking like we go with a song with that one. You know what I mean? Like
you want me to start it? You want me to start it? Are we gonna do it?
You play a song and then like we do the Daddy-o, patio, and then the
Dude,
song
we're like out of time. What are we?
goes around.
What are we doing?
Just
Oh, I'm already left.
Just
All right, guys,
Colin's got a hot
this is,
date.
Colin.
it's great that we.
Hey,
have
Colin,
so
you gotta
much-
do the Daddy-o, patio.
And I'm glad that Lance is back, and this is great. So,
Daddy-o.
Colin has a date.